Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like there's never enough time or money? Like you're constantly running out of both, no matter how hard you try? You're not alone. Most people struggle with managing these two crucial resources. But here's the good news. Mastering time and money isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. Today, I'm sharing 8 life-changing rules to master time and money. These aren't clichés. They're actionable strategies you can use right now to take back control. Before we proceed, subscribe for more practical tips, like this video, and stay tuned because the last rule might completely change your thoughts about time and money. Let's get started. Number 1. Prioritize what matters most. The first rule is to prioritize what matters most. Time and money are finite, so it's crucial to spend them on what truly aligns with your goals and values. For example, instead of wasting hours scrolling through social media or spending on things that don't bring you joy, focus on activities and expenses that contribute to your long-term happiness and success. Create a list of your top priorities, whether it's advancing your career, spending time with family, or saving for a dream vacation, and let those guide your decisions. What's one thing you'd prioritize if you had more time or money? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your goals. Number 2. Budget both time and money. We often hear about budgeting finances, but what about budgeting your time? For instance, if you spend 8 hours working and another 2 hours on chores, where does the rest of your day go? Track your time just like you'd track your expenses and allocate it to tasks that matter most. Similarly, create a financial budget that accounts for essentials, savings, and a bit of fun. Budgeting gives you clarity and control, ensuring that neither your time nor money goes to waste. Number 3. Invest in growth. Here's a golden rule. Invest in growth. Whether it's learning a new skill, attending a workshop, or putting money into assets like stocks or real estate, growth-oriented investments pay off in the long run. For example, instead of spending $100 on a fancy dinner, consider using it to buy a course that could teach you a skill to earn more money. Similarly, investing time in self-improvement, like reading or exercising, yields lifelong benefits. Think of every dollar and hour as a seed. Where you plant them determines the kind of future you'll grow. Number 4. Master the art of saying no. The fourth rule is to master the art of saying no. Time and money are precious, and every yes you give to one thing is a no to something else. For instance, if you're constantly saying yes to unnecessary meetings or outings, you're sacrificing time you could use for self-care or meaningful projects. Similarly, spending money on things you don't need takes away from what truly matters, like saving for your future. Learning to say no isn't selfish, it's smart. What's one thing you've said no to recently to protect your time or money? Share it in the comments. It's always inspiring to see others setting boundaries. Number 5. Use the 80-20 rule. Let's talk about the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. For example, 20% of your daily tasks likely contribute to 80% of your productivity. Identify those high-impact activities and focus your time and energy on them. The same applies to money. 20% of your spending might bring 80% of your happiness. Prioritize those purchases while cutting back on expenses that don't add value. Number 6. Automate and delegate. The sixth rule is to automate and delegate. Technology and teamwork are your best friends when it comes to saving time and money. For example, automate bill payments, savings transfers, or repetitive tasks using apps and tools. Delegating, whether it's outsourcing chores or hiring a virtual assistant, frees up your time for higher value activities. Remember, the goal isn't to do everything yourself. It's to focus on what only you can do while letting others handle the rest. Number 7. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Here's a trap to avoid: lifestyle inflation. This happens when your income increases, and so do your expenses. For example, instead of saving or investing a raise, you might upgrade your car or buy a bigger house. While it's okay to treat yourself, be mindful of maintaining a gap between your income and expenses so you can build wealth over time. The same applies to time. Just because you have extra hours doesn't mean you should fill them with unnecessary activities. Use that time to rest, learn, or plan. Number 8. Reflect and adjust regularly. Finally, reflect and adjust regularly. Mastering time and money isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. Set aside time each week to review your goals, spending, and schedule. Ask yourself, what's working? What's not? What can I do differently next week? For example, if you notice you're spending too much time on low-priority tasks, adjust your schedule. If your savings aren't growing as planned, revisit your budget. Reflection keeps you aligned with your goals and helps you make smarter choices moving forward. What's one change you've made recently that's improved how you manage your time or money? Share it below. I'd love to hear about your wins. These rules aren't just tips, they're life strategies to help you build a more intentional, successful, and fulfilling life. Remember, time and money are tools, and when used wisely, they can create the life you've always dreamed of. If this video gave you clarity or inspiration, hit subscribe for more actionable tips. Like this video and share it with someone who's ready to level up their time and money management. And before you go, let me know in the comments, which of these rules will you start applying today? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.